We're going to talk about Bonzo, and most importantly, we're going to talk about an update to what's been going on. Not going to rehash it. If you watch my channel, you know I've talked about it before, even though it's a fairly new project launching just last year, but it's made a lot of progress, and I'm always very impressed with them. We're going to get into 3 update things that they have, talk about how I think that's going to greatly help their protocol even more. I'm Brian. This is Crypto for the Rest of Us. I do usually 6 days a week tip tool coin analysis. My disclaimer, I'm a big dumb animal. Informational purposes only. Always do your own research. I try to do my best to cover it as best I can. If you look at the individual videos like you're watching now, please please subscribe. There's a join button, helps the channel out. It's about $5 a month. You can get into an area, a members area only. I also have a school community you can join here. And we go into all sorts of courses to teach you various things about crypto. If you're new to crypto, you want to learn how to purchase your first, how to move it into a wallet, self-custody it, how to move it to an exchange, how to purchase things like Bonzo, put it in an IRA, you name it. And then we have all sorts of community discussion about individual cryptos. I'm in there every day with updates every day. Okay, let's talk about Bonzo. Now, Bonzo launched last October. And if we look here, let's go to DeFi Llama. This is Hedera. Hedera is a layer 1. It is a top 20 cryptocurrency, so it's a top layer 1 protocol. On most of these protocols, you'll typically have in the finance space, decentralized exchanges, a number 1, and then some competitors, and then borrowing and lending, the liquidity protocol, and potentially some competitors. So on Hedera, you've got Saucer Swap as a number 1 decentralized exchange. Bonzo, which we're going to talk about, is the number 1 borrow and lending. It just launched last October. It's gained great traction. Since then, the token for Bonzo was only available earlier this year in 2025. They've had a program, and we'll talk about it, where you can earn points and get some free Bonzo. Okay, if we look at the market cap right now, and this is what's interesting. The last video I did, here it is, was it was 2 months ago. Was that March or April? March, I guess. And then if you look here on CoinGecko, it said market cap 1.4 million, fully diluted 9 million. What is it now? We go to CoinGecko. It's 3.6 million. So it's doubled in market cap. But it's also 18 million fully diluted. It's doubled in fully diluted. And you'll say, well, that makes sense. They both doubled. Well, that doesn't always happen. Why? Market cap is the current price up here and the total amount of circulating supply of coins. Multiply the coins times the price, that's the market cap. Now the fully diluted value is all of the coins times the price. So if more coins come onto the market, then the market cap will go up because there's more coins times the price. Fully diluted will stay the same. But they both moved. Okay, that's substantial. We want to see that the fully diluted value has moved. So in just 2 months, when I first started talking about it last year. So it's gone up substantially since it started. But just from 2 months ago, the last time I did a video on it, it's doubled in market cap. And that is incredibly small, particularly for the number 1 liquidity layer on Hedera, a top 20 crypto. Again, in my opinion. Circulating supply is about 80 million out of 400 million total supply. So almost a fourth of it is out. So quick recap of the Bonzo site. You come to their main page, bonzo.finance, launch the app. Once you're in, you can connect your wallet. But here is the main dashboard page. This will show, just like any other borrow lend protocol, all of the assets that you may have supplied to receive an APY return on, and then borrowed assets if you borrow some. Here are all the assets that they have, all of them on the Hedera system. They have quite a few. There are others that just don't have as many. Borrow lend, they may only have just one native asset and maybe a stable coin. You can see there's significantly more here. Okay, then of the 3 things, let's take a look at their newsletter. They put out this newsletter every week. They also have live calls you can join and listen and ask questions on every week as well. First thing I wanted to point out is you can continue to earn free Bonzo. At the moment, I think Bonzo is up to like 4 cents or something a token. They have 3 seasons. The season 2 is ending on May 31st. Each season runs 3 months. So the next season will be June, July, and August. You earn points by supplying and also borrowing, either or both. So for the next 3 months, you can earn points, and those points at the end will allow you to convert it, and they'll give you Bonzo for your points. So you'll earn free tokens. You can earn quite a bit. Here's how it works. 2 points for every dollar supplied, 8 points for every dollar borrowed. So you put in $10, you're going to get 20 points if you're supplying it, and that's on a daily basis. And each day, the points update. If we look at the site, you'll see here on the points tab, it'll list and it has a leaderboard, but this is your account ID. When you connect your wallet, this is your wallet address, and you can see how many supply points have been earned and borrow points. This is season 2. Then at the end, you go to the claim, and you'll be able to scroll down and you'll see what you've earned points-wise, and you'll be able to convert them and obtain your Bonzo. It's really that simple. Great way to get free Bonzo. Now, the most interesting thing, second and third thing, and this is what I think is huge. Bonzo has now implemented buybacks. And here's the buyback program. Now, you've probably seen this on other protocols. What some of them will do is they'll, for example, buy back tokens and then they'll burn them, so it's decreasing the supply. That's not what they're doing here, but here's what they're going to do. It says that it's going to start May 27th, which was yesterday, and they'll start buying them on the open market in an automated fashion. It'll happen every day. And they're going to take these and recycle them back in through the Bonzo ecosystem to provide staking rewards, liquidity incentives, and more. So they're going to take revenue from their various products, a portion of it, and they're going to set that aside instead of keeping it, and they're going to use it to then buy Bonzo on the open market. So just like you would go over to Saucer Swap, come over here and maybe use HBAR or USDC and purchase some Bonzo, well, that's exactly what they're doing. You can see Bonzo's gone up substantially. I believe almost doubled or so since it first came out. All right. Then they've got this 60-day window. So for the first 60 days, it says they're going to use a third of the Treasury protocol. And then after that, they're going to continue. And after what they call their 60-day boost period. So here's what's interesting right now. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is if you're not on Bonzo or you are, they've got a 60-day boost period and the new season is just starting. So you can start here June 1st, start earning points for the next season. You can actually still earn points right now for the end of season 2 if you supplied and borrowed, and you would be able to get some Bonzo. But you obviously get more over the next 3 months, and over the next 2 months, they're going to have even more incentives because of this program. They're taking a third of the revenue and buying back Bonzo. I think it's a great idea. I think it's perfect for any type of new protocol, and they're going to do it for the long term. That benefits everyone involved in the protocol itself. The other thing is, the most important thing is they actually did it yesterday for the first time on the day they said they were going to do it. 6,343 Bonzo were acquired via Saucer Swap Labs using protocol revenue. I think this is very interesting because instead of, they have a finite amount of tokens. So they're not issuing more tokens. They're literally taking revenue that they've earned through the Bonzo protocol, and they're going over to Saucer Swap automatically, and they're purchasing on the open market at the current, I guess, market price, and they're receiving that Bonzo, bringing it back, and then using it to give it out to people like us who use the protocol as incentives to continue to use it and provide us with bigger, larger APYs, etc. Or, I guess, additional tokens for what we're staking or borrowing. So that was it. Those were the 3 things I wanted to point out. I think this is a big deal because, as I said earlier, Bonzo just started literally last year, and the token was only available early this year, and the amount of TVL keeps going up substantially, and the incentives to earn points and get free Bonzo is continuing. For me, I think this is a great entry point. You do what you want, not financial advice. Have a great day. Hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto. Thanks for watching.